I'm not quite sure if you can get a more picturesque morning. I am in Yanez Valley, right in Solvang. Yesterday I was in Big Bear, but it was getting a little too cold. There's no gym to take a shower. And so I'm coming back to San Luis Obispo. Not because I absolutely want to, but I also have to make some money. And that's a place where you can do that. Big Bear, without any snow, sadly, is just pretty dead. So yesterday I was kind of at a crossroads of going to Bishop/Mammoth or come back to San Luis Obispo. And I think it's important just to know your own limitations to what mentally you can handle. And I think just going to another cold environment was a bit more than was feasible mentally for me to handle. And so instead of doing that 4-hour drive there and then a 6-hour drive back to San Luis Obispo, just decided to save that mental anguish and just come back and perhaps go there when there's snow and more business. The truth is, I really have to stay in areas where I can keep making money on Uber, even if my expenses are really low living in a car. There's still a car payment, a lot of bills, just taking care of your vehicle, laundry, gas, insurance, cell phone. It's a lot. And you just gotta keep on that grind every day, really. Just keep it going. And so, if I can go to cool places, that's great, but you gotta stay in reality too. And if Mammoth isn't even open for skiing, then it's just gonna be too dead. So I might as well come back. And I really wanted to explore Solvang more anyways. I was across the street and I really thought that these were real people. But they're not. They're not hobbits of the Shire. Are these rentals or do you own this?
No, it's the hotel.
Oh, really? This is incredible. So now imagine this, I guess, is your hotel room with your own little patio. I'll tell you, in a little courtyard, you're kind of living the dream. I have to tell you, if you're gonna be perhaps homeless and you're trying to make it the best it can be, this isn't too bad of a place to perhaps do that. I think it's challenging everywhere you are, But why add on extra stress if you don't have to? Sure, it's probably super expensive in California in general, but if you can make it work in some places like this, why not? I found this hotel, and I have to say that there's this little walkway, which is amazing. It's like going into a fairy tale land. Morning. It's kind of hard for those of us on the road, no families, no place to call your own. I think you just travel around looking for something to find solidarity in, find that place of belonging. I suppose that's probably why I'm just kind of traveling around so much, trying to find a place for belonging, but I don't think it's any one place perhaps. It's like an elusive pipe dream. And perhaps some of us are just meant to wander, ceaselessly looking for a place to rest our weary heads, to calm our minds. That's one of the things that I can't seem to quiet down in my own brain, trying to think about what I should be doing, where I should be. Maybe you guys can relate. I think for those of us guys who have gone through a divorce can possibly relate. You just think, I've built this whole life, I've accumulated assets with this person, and when it all just goes away for naught, it makes you question a lot of what the meaning of belonging is, and where ultimately should I be putting all my eggs, I guess, or like efforts. I think a lot of guys just want to have a sense of adventure, perhaps. Of course, things really matter too, but finding that grander sense of purpose seems to be just something that's eroding in our culture. I don't know, maybe that's what I'm looking for as I'm just traveling around, looking for some kind of purpose, experiences, looking for things that are cool, and like these little mini homes right behind me. Those do tick the bucket, I'd say, a bit. Those are pretty cool. Then again, maybe our purpose is just to enjoy the planet, enjoy the scenery, the animals, and not pursue earthly endeavors. I think this planet was kind of put here for us to enjoy, travel, explore, not focus just on ourselves. There's definitely a lot of greed going on these days, and people amassing huge amounts of the planet for themselves, resources, enough that they could never spend or use in 10 lifetimes, and yet it's just about amassing more, and perhaps to them that's life's purpose. To me, maybe it's about saying hello to a stranger, sparking up a random conversation, taking care of those around you, enjoying the sights, the noises of the birds, animals, the wind, just your own footsteps on the ground. Focusing on others more than just yourself. There's just so much that is about gaining more just for your own endeavors. And obviously it does not seem to be working, nor is it ever enough. Self-fulfillment will most likely never be accomplished in that manner.